All right. Should be live. Go ahead and do the normal wait around and find out and stuff. Let's go ahead and check. How you guys doing this morning? Let's see, it's still just waiting. Apologize. There's really no other way to go about that. There you go. Turn that down. All right. Here we are. Pretty lucky on the day. Got Q rained out, gained some time. You know, we have the best race of the weekend, the Arca Menard series, where we just have a bunch of Neanderthals out there racing. So that'll be a fantastic watch. We're talking about the Xfinity series in this one. Now, you know, I fall into this, you know, at least once a year of overestimating how the field will play. And like last night was one where I was like, oh, dude, everybody in the back is going to be fucking played, right? And they weren't. You know, I mean, clearly it was, you know, the expensive guys, but all the other guys like weren't really owned at all. A lot of people were in the high teens, if not lower. Like Mosick, Connor, you know, Tony, just a lot of people in the back of the field. You know, Giovanni just wasn't owned at all. And so I was probably well, hell, I mean, we can just go back. I mean, for also that here actually we got a multitude of things to talk about really fast. Where are we at here? Give me a moment. I apologize. Got a lot of stuff I want to talk about and say. First and foremost, we're gonna let you want to support me, or not even support. If you want to use our stuff, SaberSim, whatever you're looking to use, okay, whether it's our projections, our ownership, not just for NASCAR, but for all the sports that you see up here, these are our prices. We also have a trial. If you've never used SaberSim Ultimate, we have a trial, $3 $10.99 for 3 days. Additionally, if you want to purchase an annual plan for all our stuff plus SaberSim, it is drastically cheaper to do it through us. I want to just obviously get that out there so I can, you know, because I got to push that, you know, I have to. Secondly, now on my channel, on my own channel, I have a lot of playlists. You know, I have meme playlists and stuff like that and stuff. But I'm seeing that I'm getting a lot of new viewers. Okay, we do not have the time, nor do I have the energy to go over what I think is one of the best things I've put together. This is not wasting your time. This is not, you know, whatever the case may be in that sense. I have this playlist to where I go over in detail why I approach things the way I do. We understand the stack from the back hit rate is roughly once to 2 times a year. Okay, but most of the times that has happened, I've ended up winning my GPPs. I mean, I haven't even updated this description. I talk about having 9,000 plus wins, but this live show from last year was, you know, before 24,000. If anything, we're probably close to 30, if not a bit more. Actually, probably even more just going over this of smaller winnings than this. I would implore you to watch this playlist that I put in the bottom of all the videos, or at least, you know, like the dual video, the preview, the Cup Series video, or the Daytona week preview that I did here, because I've been getting a lot of DMs of like, why are we playing the shitters? Why are we playing? And then like, it didn't work. They didn't wreck. So like, for any questions you might have, I implore you, I encourage you to watch these 5 hours of walking you through why things are. I literally can't help any more than that. The reason I'm saying this is because I know for a fact when we go over what I did for trucks last night, people are going to be like, well, why the hell did you do that? What the heck you doing there? So these are the lines that I played for the trucks last night. And this is how I follow everything. And you're going to notice that I keep up with, you know, who's wrecked out and stuff. And the fact that I, instead of, you know, because I mean, obviously the ownership is going Ankrum, Friesen, McDowell, Lane Riggs, and Parker, right? This stuff isn't imported at the moment. This is where I was at, 13 lines, 17 lines. But yet again, if you have any questions about what you're seeing, go watch that fucking playlist. I was personally overweight on Connor, on Tony, on Giovanni and stuff like that. And just it's really, really tough to come back from the guy not starting, killing half lines there. But it'll be the same thing today. So when we look at the Xfinity series and stuff, also maybe you're like, but Brandon, you kind of talk shit about SaberSim a lot, and I do for the NASCAR product. Look, man, I have been very outspoken and loud about their shortcomings and stuff that SaberSim has shown in their Sims products, specifically for races and everything. Okay, but I still think it's the best product out there. I mean, I literally, tied for first in the League of Legends contest last night. Plus, I got, all my League of Legends stuff that I have coming up, in 24 minutes. I do through SaberSim. So I think I have certainly the right to talk about anytime I see a short coming on a product or whatever. So for anybody's like, how dare you push SaberSim, but then you trash talk their sim product? Like I use SaberSim for everything, right? Except NASCAR. That's literally the only thing. I still hand make everything for NASCAR. Anyway, when we're looking at this race here, now before we were going to get rained out, I thought we were going to have a pretty decent starting grid for where ownership should or would fall in line. I was actually very happy either way with any direction they went. Now, first off, I think that the also, fuck CJ was being robbed. Anytime these stupid shitters have a fast lap, they don't defeat, and I honestly don't care. This race here, I don't think I'm over exaggerating. I don't think I'm playing into approaching a certain way. But when we look at this race, okay, and the skill level that will be presented at the front of the field. Now, yet again, we've seen it last night, and we've seen it the day before that Daytona, thank the Lord. It's been a long time, but it is a handling racetrack, okay? We are back to the glory days of these plate racing idiots. So you look at who's going to be up front in fast equipment, who is primed to make a mistake. You look at the entirety of the rookie class in this year's series, they are nearly all in fast equipment. Now, that's going to be fun to watch at the intermediates. That's going to be fun to watch at the short tracks. But that is a dangerous combination for plate races. Okay. You look at where everybody's going to be in line at in terms of like, who are there's like three good guys. There's three good guys in this race at plate races, right? It's Allgaier, Austin Hill, Jesse Love. They know what they're doing. Everybody else who's going to be in a fast car are primed to make a mistake, a bad block, mess up, like whatever. Like you look at what Ty Dillon did at the end of the Duel 2 on Thursday, blocked his own teammate like a moron. Like, what are we doing? You look at the truck race last night to where so many, I think the fact that they were just going so slow and there were experienced drivers up in the field in the truck specifically. That's the reason why we didn't have more wrecks last night. Excuse me. But you look at where the moves that are going to be coming from, you're going to have Allgaier, Creed, the Junior Motorsports guys up there who nearly always decide to just kill each other, which, fun fact, if you have been listening to Junior as of late, he revealed what he would just tell like Gregson back when he was at Junior Motorsports, and he would encourage his drivers to approach Daytona like to go into the go-kart track, right? And like, damn, wow, makes a ton of sense of why Junior Motorsports and the team would just constantly kill each other in these races, right? You then look at you look at Creed and Sam Mayer, which are just two knuckleheads in, top equipment. Like I absolutely see a shit show in this race up front. We are going to be tearing cars up left and right. As I said, I don't think I'm over exaggerating. I don't think I'm, stretching too far out of my lane. You look at the rookies, you look at the lack of practice, you look at the worst thing you can do at a plate race is give inexperienced people fast cars, because that encourages them to be racing up front, racing for stages, whatever the case may be, and then also do dumb things. Hell, you look at Chandler Smith last night. Okay, whatever, wrecked himself in the duels, whatever. He was driving like a moron last night. You look at a lot of people last night up front racing like absolute baboons, okay? I'm fully expecting the front runners to absolutely kill themselves in this race, probably numerous times, okay? So at that point, I'm not really concerned about where or who I'm playing. Yet again, I might be going over stuff that people are gonna have questions for and stuff. And I appreciate the 36 you guys here, but this is a race to where all I'm doing, and we'll talk about where the ownership is going, but like all I'm doing is blocking the names out and playing positions back here. That is how we're gonna go. As stated last night or yesterday rather, Stukas is now part of the team at TrueDFS. And he is putting together these articles, which yet again I'll just update that now. I'll put that in the Discord now, in the Discord channel. He's putting together these. Let me see, and these will go on the TrueDFS website soon. Not this one specifically, but like what he's doing, because we're integrating him and his stuff onto the site right now. But these are real good visual representations of how these races have gone. I've specifically asked him to just highlight the amount of yellows and leaders or people running at the end of these races. Okay. Now we all know that these guys wreck and stuff. And I speak first and foremost of somebody who has been very competitive in DFS when they do decide to just wreck and stuff. But if you look at, how many guys are normally running at the end of these races in a 38 car field, 38 and 34, 38, 40 and everything, we're still losing a good portion of the field. Okay. You look at the amount of people involved in a crash. I'm not saying wrecked out. I'm not saying they can't continue, but you look at this really across the board from Truck, Xfinity, and Cup, you're looking at like 70-80% of the field being involved in a wreck in some form or fashion, whether that's a tire rub, whether that's a donut from another car hitting you, or whether that's you barrel rolling down the back straightaway. There's a high percentage of people involved in crashes in these races, okay? There's a lot of yellows in these races, okay? I think this is leaning towards a race that is going to have quite a lot of carnage. Yet again, due to the people who are going to be up front in these races. The yellows already come from people in the front. Now, I mean, the Joker's in the back and fucking wreck too. I'm not saying that can't happen, but the big issues that come in these races that what I believe you're trying to build for is projecting where everybody will be in those wrecks, or projecting where people will be when the wreck comes out, to make sure you have guys who are riding in the backfield, et cetera, and stuff. And this is a race where it's pretty prime to have a lot of the front runners easily be identifiable and then just wreck the fuck out of each other. And yet again, I'm just going through this for those that aren't in Discord, so you guys can see and just visualize everything and stuff as I talk through. Now, as stated, yet again, check out the playlist. I got like an hour video going over specifically just optimal lineups in the Xfinity series. Long story short, yes, laps led and people starting up front are slightly more prevalent in the Xfinity series. I still do not chase that. I don't build like that, but statistically, you do see more. You see some important. You see, compared to the Cup and Trucks, there's more chances for front runners to score well and finish well in the DFS perspective in the Xfinity series versus the other series. And then you have the team analysis on the bottom here. Now, yet again, we have a lot of moving parts. I mean, nearly, and I guess both series, Xfinity and Cup, you're having a gigantic, swap in drivers and teams here. And yet again, thank you very much, Astukas, for putting this together for us so we can view it and see through and everything. And just have, that visual. I'm more of a visual guy. Okay, I'm really bad at reading through an article. I'm really bad at, I like spreadsheets and stuff, but I'm colorblind also. So if I'm looking at a spreadsheet that doesn't have like colors that I can see, I get really annoyed, and it's really, really hard for me to look through stuff. Um, so the fact that this is laid out in a way that I can very easily take it, and hopefully you can as well, I think that's a great addition. As I said, um, look forward to Astukas adding some of his tools to the website soon and stuff like that. I just want to make sure we show that on stream. Um, Kyle, what are your thoughts about DK rule about not changing driver position? I love it. This is daily fantasy. I'm yelling a lot. This is daily fantasy sports, not season long. Okay. I hate all the people. And F1 specifically is the one that ticks me the most because F1 it's much more prevalent because they have like post race adjustments. I want stuff from a user perspective. Just pay out, man. Just pay it out. Get the positions right, whatever, but pay across the line. Otherwise, because people are going to be like, oh, man, the race isn't official. What do you want them to do? You want them to wait 7 days for Parker Kligerman's appeal to go? Like, who fantasy, daily fantasy, in order to be enjoyable, has to pay out that day if possible, and within a few hours if possible. I don't want to be waiting all night, all day for Xfinity. Now, granted, I'm fortunate. I've been playing DFS since the day I was able to here in Texas. The day I turned 18. I'm 26 now. You know, I'm no longer at the point to where like years ago, like them not paying out trucks at this point is pretty stressful. Got rent to pay, got bills to pay, got to pay for other contests. I didn't have a bankroll to have everything reserved in advance. I was very much rolling over each contest and stuff. So I understand that is, that's another frustrating part. And I think a lot of people run into that. I was getting a lot of questions just today about, hey, is DraftKings going to pay out? Are they going to do this? Whatever. I know that's stressful. I think from a user perspective, pay at the line. Fuck DQs. Fuck post race inspections. Like it doesn't matter. I don't think it should. If anything, it's been that way for years. We actively play the drivers who we know are cheating. Back when Harvick and Childers were doing a lot of stuff with their vehicles, like you pay the guys who are going to be fast, or you play the guys who are going to be fast. It sucks for F1, man, because sometimes you got F1 waiting all day and stuff. Like we just don't need that. We really don't. Okay, and all these sports betting guys, like I personally don't like that space a lot. That's why I don't make that content. That's why I don't do that. I'm just not a sports bettor. I mean, I can in Texas, but like I just don't. I don't care enough, man. I'm sorry. You got 1 unit. You got zero point 0.8 units. You got 0.12 units on Parker Kligerman winning at like I don't know plus 400 or 800, whatever the fuck he was at. Like I'm sorry, but like I really don't care. I'd rather have stuff paid out at the line. I play daily fantasy. That's my opinion on that. Anyway, where are we at in terms of ownership today? Now, yet again, we could be looking at a lot of different situations here, but the people who in terms of known names, you're gonna have Burton, Matt DiBenedetto, Ryan Truex carry ownership in the back of this field. Past drivers who have been optimal, who have been good plays, et cetera, et cetera. You're gonna see Anderson, and I'm perfectly fine with Anderson, even if he comes in at like 35. I can't imagine that he comes in any higher than that. Last night, what were the I didn't pull the CSV. I gotta do that Monday. Actually, hold on. Do it on my phone would be easier. Okay, so yesterday you had McDowell at 58, Anchorman at 57, Friesen at 51, Timmy Hill at 40, Parker at 37, Lane Riggs at 34, 32 Mozak, 32 Haley, 29 Giovanti. I'm not really concerned about what the ownership that Anderson's going to carry. It's very warranted. We know he's going to ride for the most part. Now he has driven up front in some of these races more so than probably we would want. Also, let me make sure. When is this? I don't even know if it's still raining at the track. Give me a moment. You don't have to answer that. I'm just looking. Most of the rain is through. ARCA is at noon, so that's in 10 minutes or whatever. So I get this done before ARCA. So yes, I can watch my ARCA guys kill each other. I'm fine with Anderson. I'm not concerned about being overweight on the field or whatever. I mean, yet again, you seen how I build for trucks. Watch that play. Like I give everything in there. Like I literally can't walk. I can't baby walk somebody through more than those 5 hours. Like maybe like, oh, that's a long listen. That's literally what I do. I don't know how else to help you. Fine with Anderson. I'm not concerned about being over or under. He's a good driver for a reason. I'm going to actively be under Ryan Truex, Harrison Burton, and Matt Benedetto, certainly, and probably Anthony Alfredo. My pool is probably going to go up to Kyle Sieg. It's a damn shame that Poole is starting 18th. Poole's probably going to be there at the end. He's going to ride. But like also, we talk about the fast guys. You also have Greg and Chris Wright in this race in cars that like prime idiots. Okay. Third point, Caesar. He's going to ARCA break his own guys and cause a big one, or he's going to finish 7th. Very easy. I'm going to be overweight on Caesar. Literally every time Caesar has done well, I've won contests. But very, very high volatility because Caesar is all balls, no brain. He puts the beta in alpha beta prime racing. Actually, he probably puts both alpha and beta in there by how he looks and how he thinks. I love Joey Gaze. I love Patrick. I love Smithley. I mean, this is a prime race to stack the guys. I mean, like I said, I'm probably going to use Kyle Seagon back, but I think realistically, Poole. I think pullback is realistically in play. I think we see some historic shit in this race of stupidity beyond belief. I have no confidence in how the front runners can control lines, control cars, control blocking. I mean, we have a situation where we could just have pure incompetence across the board. So absolutely play the guys in the back and just hope they wreck and stuff. That's how I look at it. Let me go ahead and look at this stuff here. Take. They didn't pay out anyways. They wait an hour for they typically pay out first. Wow. Okay. I mean, hey, look. I'm not a big fan. Yet again, I mean, we're past the DFS picks at this point. I don't like sticking balls. I don't like sports in general, right? Like sports are that's the big L, okay? As a guy who also watches esports, who's paying to go see, a bunch of virgins play Counter-Strike and stuff, also L, okay? Sports, just L, right? I'm only here for the money. Secondly, stick and ball sports, two different things. Literally, a buzzer beater is scoring viable points in the game. Post-race inspections, like, do you want to wait? My argument would be if you really want to wait for official stuff, go all the way. Wait for appeals to be done. Wait for the engines to be broken down. Wait for cars to get back from the R&D center in Charlotte. Like, if you really want to go official all the way, get ready for 7 to 14 day payouts. Because I would argue you're not going official enough. If you want Parker's, DQ to do stuff, I mean, we better wait for the appeal. We better wait for the appeal. When's that? Thursday, Friday, when they're at Atlanta? I mean, fucking get paid out Friday then. I don't know. Like, if you guys want to goof around and fucking just have money sitting in the account, like, who cares, right? Like, I want my shit ASAP, okay? It was the same, like, going back, I got so pissed off. The Damar Hamlin, when Damar Hamlin died on the field in that Buffalo-Cincinnati game, multiple things. One, if you remember, it took a while for them to pay out because they didn't know if they were going to do a game, 2 or 3 days later, so on and so forth. But also, I distinctly remember that game because I was like, "Hey, man, I need to win. I need to make money on this contest to pay some bills." It was like at the end of the month, right? I was short on money and stuff. I don't want to be waiting for stuff. Okay, score at the line. Who cares? Who actually gives a shit about these stupid rednecks racing cars? Like that's where I'm at. I feel like it's two drastically different things, like a buzzer beater in NBA and a car going through post-race inspections. Also, it'd be different as somebody who has, yet again, I mean, I know you know me, Knobs, but like also as somebody who has built race cars, okay, everybody's cheating. Every car is illegal on the track. So, yet again, not going to change this, but like inspect every car post race then, and then make everything official. Tear down everybody's motor, tear down everybody's car, redo everything. Like, I don't even know who was in the race yesterday, but like, I'm trying to think of somebody who would like Josh Reum. I know for a fact that like him and another guy was like technically scored wrong. That's mainly what DraftKings was waiting to go. Like, dude, nobody's doing, post race inspections really on the guy who finishes 19th on 20th, right? I just personally hate with F1 and waiting fucking all day for them to add, post race penalties and shit, and then they go to appeal and blah 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 blah. Especially things that can be appealed. I don't know. I don't know if other teams are appealing the buzzer beater in your NBA stuff, you know. But in series where literally other teams can be like, hey man, check out that car post race. Hey, let's argue this. Let's argue that. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for that. If we're going that way, we better go all the way and don't pay out races for like a week and a half if that's really what you want. I want my stuff every day. That's why I play daily fantasy. That's why I don't play best ball. That's why I don't play season long. That's why I don't do week long stuff. I'm here for daily stuff every day. Okay. That's my opinion there. Past that, play the guys in the back. I guess we'll just choose to be different on that regard. But thank you for commentating that, Knobs. I'm curious that you think that. I don't know. I just figured everybody would be on my side, but maybe not. They literally do. They literally do get to appeal missed calls NBA, but the results don't get changed. Yeah, so that sounds broken too. Maybe NBA needs to change that. I don't know, man. I think comparing stick and ball sports to motorsports, I think that's just that's an argument that can go back and forth and it has for years, and I don't think any side will ever be happy with that. So that's where I'm at. Past that, play the guys in the back of the field, play the no-name guys in the back of the field, not even no names, but like people who aren't the big names. Play the guys in the shitty teams. Who's a shitty team, you might ask? If you're not Joe Gibbs, if you're not Junior Motorsports, if you're not Haas, if you're not Sam Hunt, if you're not RCR, if you're not, having Ford affiliation or Toyota affiliation and stuff like that, those there. I fully faded all guy. Well, and see, I could be. I mean, I showed my lines. I had what did I don't remember what I had. What is it? I don't remember what I don't know. Oh, fuck it. I mean, like I said, maybe I'd feel different. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, dude, I've been doing this shit for like 7 years. We all have breaks. Sometimes breaks go your way, sometimes they don't. How many lives did I have with Parker? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had 8 of my 25 with him. I think my highest has Parker. Like, I don't know. I just don't really care. I don't really care enough, honestly. I really don't give a shit enough to even complain a lot. I don't know. These idiots didn't wreck. So like I know everybody's bitching and moaning about gaining $2 or $3. I literally gained like $6 on like 250. I literally don't. I didn't care enough. But there's been times like in F1, I've lost contests like 7 hours after the race because they flip some shit. Other times they pay out early and I win. Like, I mean, stuff, bad breaks happen or whatever. But I like the fact that DraftKings pays at the line. Also, look at what FanDuel does, man. FanDuel fucking sucks. That is a terrible product. I hate that site. I really, really do. Only play it on play races, right? But like FanDuel waits for official races. FanDuel, in and of itself, takes 8 to 12 to 15 hours to pay out like any contest. NASCAR specifically takes like 24 hours. Plus, then they go like FanDuel sucks. It's not enjoyable. I don't want that for DraftKings. Please, God, don't do that to DraftKings. Just keep the way it is. Play across the line. That's that's my argument. We're going in circles. I don't know if accurate, but try to look quickly over 7 Cup race would do. Well, it's not even racers, man. It's like we take I don't know. I really don't care enough to argue this. I said my piece. Said my piece. I don't know. That's it. I don't know. Play League of Legends. Fuck it, dude. Like play esports. Find overlay in tennis. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like we'll make up those losses or whatever. You can make that up in the future. It's all right. We'll be okay. I don't know. We got yeah. Hey, what's going on, AD? Yeah, you guys are making money. Also, secondly, it became like I have tax documents from DraftKings from let me see. I don't want to put this up because I don't know what if it shows my my social security or whatever. Where do I go here? I don't want to verify it's me right now. You know what? Fuck it. Let's make a point here. Let me check something. I hope that's the right code. Yeah, it is. What the fuck, bro? We glitched out. I gotta do another verification code. Clearly, you can see I haven't fucked around with 2024 taxes yet because I haven't pulled this stuff yet. Yeah, dude. Like I have tax documents for like every year. Like, wow, I don't understand how. I don't know. I don't know. I'm paying taxes on on DFS like every year. I don't understand how people aren't doing that. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I'm going in these circles, but I just don't want contests to take 4 days to pay out. I don't think that's a fun experience at all. It's to be a minimum of 3-day wait for appeals. Oh, I hate you, Evan. I can't wait to watch Xfinity with you. Really past that, guys. Stack the back. Hope you're doing well, AD. It's been a while. Past that, I will see you guys later, alligators. And yeah, best of luck, stack the back. See you guys. Bye-bye.